This is Conversations at the Table, or a conversation at the table. And it's going to be a little different today because today we got some big news. But before we start, I want to read something from First Peter, something that the St. Peter wrote. He's writing to churches, much like the table, much like one you may belong to. And he's also talking not just about local churches, but the worldwide body, the body of Christ. But this is what he is writing, and this is what he tells them in 1 Peter 2. You're a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his possession, so that you may proclaim the praises of the one who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. By the way, that's an allusion to the covenantal formula in the Old Testament. One of the most popular phrases in all of the Bible, I will be your God and you will be my people. That's here. Once you were not a people, now you are God's people. You had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. So all that's true. All that's true about you. All that's true about the table. It's true about the worldwide body of Christ. We've been chosen through his word, through Christ's word, to be a people. We have been chosen to be a priesthood. We've been chosen to be a divine nationality, to be a nation, a divine nation. We're people that are owned and loved by Jesus. A people that didn't used to have mercy, or at one time did not have mercy, but now have mercy. In fact, we got loads and loads and loads of grace and mercy. This is who we are. Peter is giving them their identity. You are loved by Jesus. And so this is a reminder. You're a priesthood. You're a nation, a divine nation. You are a chosen people. And you are a people, and I'm your God. And you have much mercy. And oh, by the way, all of that phrase right in the middle says this, so that you may proclaim. All of this is not just for us, it's for our neighbors, it's for the world. All the great stuff that Jesus does for us, all the mercy that he gives us isn't just for us. It's to be proclaimed for the world. And that is what's been going on at the table in Los Fresnos for the last 5.5 years. We had our first worship service in September of 2019. And since then, Jesus has done amazing things for his people, much like Peter says here in 1 Peter 2. And not only have we had worship services, we've served our community, we've been an outpost for a lot of service, connecting people to Jesus. And that's been the table. That was the table of Los Fresnos. And now we're moving on to something else. And that's the big news. Over the past few weeks, Jesus, through some very good people at St. John Lutheran Church in San Benito and St. Paul Lutheran Church in Harlingen, has seen fit to give the table a church building. We've been mobile. We have been agile as the table. We've been able to do ministry and service in all sorts of places, all sorts of ways. And it has been amazing to see what Jesus does. We've done all of it over the past 5.5 years, 6 years really, if you count 2018, before we even launched our worship services. We did all that without a building, without a facility. Well, over the last few weeks, we have been given a facility in San Benito. And I know that raises a lot of questions in your minds, and we're not going to answer those all today. We're just celebrating right now. And we'll answer some of the questions you may have, we'll answer over the next few days and weeks. But right now, I just want you to let you in on the news that 1000 North Crockett Street in San Benito is the new home of the Table Church. And that's what we're calling it, the Table Church. Loved by Jesus for you. And that for you is intentional. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about what that means. But I am so excited. This is going to be our home. 1000 North Crockett Street. And it's not just a place for worship. It is our worship space. Absolutely. And we're looking forward to having a worship space that we can call our own. And that is what Jesus has done for the table. And we're excited about that. But the entire facility, a church building isn't just for worship services. It's a ministry tool. And so we're looking forward to this entire facility, the entire property at 1000 North Crockett in San Benito, to be used by Jesus as not only a worship space, a gathering space, a place for staging service, a platform for doing more ministry for our neighbors. We're also looking at this facility as a mission center, a training center, a place where we can connect people to Jesus and have a mission and impact the mission of Jesus here in the RGV beyond just San Benito. This isn't just for the table. We're praying that this facility, and we're praying that everything that happens here is going to impact the entire region. And so that's our big news. I can't wait. I have been super excited. There are people, for some of you, this isn't new. This is not new news, but for many of you it is. And so I invite you over the next few days, weeks, pray with us, think with us, dream with us, strategize with us. We want, just like it has been in Los Fresnos, we want you to partner and come alongside with us. And this is a gospel ministry. And this is a gospel ministry that isn't just one person. It's not just a few people. In fact, it's not just a table. Just like it's been in Los Fresnos, this is a community thing, impacting a community in a neighborhood for Jesus, connecting people to Jesus. So pray that this facility and this ministry is everything that we dream and we want it to be, that it will be a mission center, that it will be a place not only for Word and Sacrament for here, but impacting Word and Sacrament and worship services and churches all over the region. That is our prayer. We're hoping that this is community-wide in terms of its scope, in terms of how many people are not only visiting here, but moving from here into all sorts of places where Jesus is already at work. And that's the other thing. We know Jesus is already at work here, and we're excited to join Jesus on his mission. And so we've already spent the last few weeks trying to figure some of that out, and we will. People are always ask, so what are you going to do? What are you going to have? And my answer to that is, I don't know. I know we're going to have a worship service, and by the way, our first worship service is May the 4th, 10:30, right here. I'm going to show you in a bit here where we are, but May the 4th is our first worship service. We're going to have our ribbon cutting. We'll have our Charter Day, a grand opening celebration on June 15th. So our first worship service is May the 4th, and then June 15th, we will have one big party the whole weekend, by the way. It'll be Saturday and Sunday. And you're invited to all of it. You're invited to our May 4th service. You're invited to our June 15th service. But it's an opportunity for all of us to come together and not only dream, but just see what Jesus is up to. And then pray that he uses us to connect people to himself, that he will use us to expand his kingdom here in San Benito. Now, there are many, 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 many people to thank, and I can't do it all in just a short clip. We'll do that over time as well, too. But I will say this, especially many of you that are watching this, without your love, without your grace, without your patience, without your teamwork, without your generosity, without your willingness to serve side by side with us in all of our activities, without your financial support, we wouldn't be here to make the most of this opportunity that we've been given. We wouldn't. I'm convinced of that. It takes a village. It takes a community. And so we're here. The table wouldn't be here. Jesus has used you to impact us and impact the community of Los Fresnos and impact the RGB even in the past 6 years. So we're praying. We want to see what Jesus is going to do for us here at 1000 North Crockett Street. And I'm going to show you. Many of you have been here already, and that's okay. But this is our new home. And I'm super excited, super thankful for the generosity of the people that made this possible. So, that's the big news. That's the big reveal. Oh, by the way, yes, purple. Purple is the new color. For those of you that are, if you know, you know. For those of you that are wondering, yeah, purple's the new color. So, I encourage you, pray with us, join with us, serve with us here. Jesus is going to do some big things through the Table Church. And by the way, yeah, that's a name change for this. The Table of Los Fresnos has now become the Table Church. And we just can't wait to see what Jesus is going to do through us, with you, for San Benito, and for the rest of the RGV. Anyway, that's our conversation at the table. Again, we're going to have more of these. I'll let you in on more of the stuff that's going on, but I just wanted to let you know. Celebrate with us, pray with us, be excited with us. I can't wait to see what Jesus is going to do here in San Benito through the table and at the table. Anyway, remember this, that Jesus always